Good morning, all. My name is Professor Amol M. Jagtap. Today, in this session, we will going to discuss functions in Python. Guys, let's start. What are the functions? What is the function? Everywhere there is a function or method in any programming languages. So, what is the mean by the functions? Function is a set of statements that take inputs, do some specific computation and produce the output. Great. The idea is to put some commonly and repeatedly done tasks together and make a function, so that instead of writing same code again and again for different inputs, we can call the same function. Okay, so guys, due to function, what is the use? That is, it removes redundancy in the code and code get reusable. That is, we can use that same code again and again. That is the beauty of function. Yes, guys, a function is a block of code which only runs when it is called. Function are the present built-in. There are number of built-in functions present in your library, but that code does not get executed till you call that function. Understood, guys? Yes. We can pass data known as arguments or parameters into a function. A function can return data as a result called as return type. That means every function having return type and argument list. Okay. Python provides built-in functions like print, input, etc. There are huge library present in the Python language. We can create our own functions called as user-defined functions. So there are basically two different types of function. One is the built-in function and other is called as user-defined functions. Yes. Now summarize the functions uses. That is, one is code reusability and another one is the remove redundancy or repetition from your code. Great, guys. Shall we move to the next point? Yes. So let's move. Next point in Python, how to create the functions in Python. What is the syntax of the creating Python functions? How to call the Python function? Okay. Actually, in any language, programming languages, function are divided into three different parts or elements. First part is the function definition, second one is the function call, and third one is the function declaration, or it is called as function prototype. In Python, no need to write function declaration or function prototype. Instead of that, in Python, function having two elements or parts. One is the function definition and another one is the function call. Okay, guys, we will move to the next, how to create functions. In Python, function is defined using def keyword. Great. So def is the keyword used for creating function in Python. Syntax of defining function. First keyword def, then you can give any name of the function. Okay, but follows the rules of giving name to the function, identifier rules. That is, name does not starts with the number and like that. Okay, then in parenthesis write arguments or parameters and writes colon. Colons are compulsory because it is a block structure. Function is a block structure. Then body of the function, while writing body, give the indentation. Clear, guys? Yes. So for example, suppose we want to display some messages. Okay, common messages. So write def as a definition, then display name of the function, then parenthesis. Arguments are optional, that is 0 argument function is there, then write colon. After colon you can give indentation and write any statement. Suppose print inside function, then print end of the function. You can give the any printf function inside the body of display. Okay, but guys, it is a block, so block is ends with having some syntax, that is colon is required and indentation is required. It gives you block structure. Similarly, function if else block, that is branching statement and looping statement, also same syntax is applicable, that is colon and indentation. Great, guys, I hope you understand that. Let's move on. To call a function, use the function name followed by parenthesis. Yes, just give the name and write the parenthesis. Here in the function definition, something is different. What is the difference is there? Return type is not there. In other languages, function having return type, then name of the function and then argument list, but here return type is optional. Why it is optional? Great, we will see that part in next point. Yes, before that we will move how to define the function and how to call the simple functions using PyCharm IDE. Let's open the PyCharm IDE. In this, just right click on the project file, then create your new Python file. Give the name to the file as a function 21 and press enter. So it function 21.py file get created. Inside that you can write your code. So what is the code? You can create first definition for any function. So write the name of the function, that is display. Then in the parenthesis write the arguments. There are no arguments, then place it empty. Okay, then must write colon. After writing colon you give indentation. If you write print inside display and print end function, okay, this statement, but you does not follow indentation, then what it gives you? It gives you red mark. Actually it is a syntactical error. Run it. It gives you syntactical error near the print function. Indentation error, expected and intended block. So guys, give indentation, that is give tab here, also tab. So both statements are within the scope of display function or within the body of display function. Great, guys. Next, move on to the next part. How to call? This is called as a function definition. Okay, so this is called as the function definition. Next, second part of or element of function, that is called as function call. So how to call the function? So to call the function display, just write the name display and give the parenthesis, that is rounded bracket. That's all. Okay, so let's check whether it run or not. Yes, what it gives you? Inside display, end of the display function. But guys, if you create only function definition and that function does not call, then what happens? Run. Okay, it does not display anything. Function does not execute itself till you can call it by using function call. So this is a display function call. How many times you can call the same function? We can call it n number of times, means multiple times. So display So again display. Okay, so 3 times. So what happens? Run the program. So what happens? The output inside display and end function get displayed 3 times, because you have to call that display function 3 times. So what happens? Code reusability, that is same code of display function is used 3 times. No need to write these two statement 3 times in the function 21.py file. That means code get reusable, that code get reusable, and redundancy is removed. Great guys, hope you understand that function definition and function call, these are the two parts or elements of the function. No need to write function prototype. In other languages, C, C++, Java, there is third part of function that is called as the function declaration, or it is also called as the function prototype. Great. I hope you are enjoying watching these videos. So let's move on to the next point. Before that, one problem is there. In loops or in branching statements, parenthesis is optional. Suppose I am not giving parenthesis, then what happens, guys? It works for function? No. In function, if parenthesis is not specified, it gives you syntax errors. Okay, invalid syntax. So you must write parenthesis so it understand that display is a function. Okay, great. So let's move to the next point. If function is exist, then we can call it n number of times, means many times. So it removes code repetitions and code is reusable. Okay, so guys, let's move on to the next point. What is the next point? Arguments in Python function. Okay, so information or data that we pass to a function is called as argument or parameter. Arguments are specified after the function name. Great. Where is the parenthesis? In the parenthesis we can specify the arguments inside the parenthesis. Okay, great. We can add as many arguments as you want. There is no limitation on the number of arguments you have to pass. Just separate each argument by comma. Okay, so the terms parameter and arguments can be used for the same thing, but guys, at the point of view of the function, there is some differences. So parameter word is used when is the variable listed inside the parenthesis in the function definition. In the function definition, it is called as a parameter. Great. Okay, and while arguments is the value that is sent to the function when it is called. When the function is called, at the time of function call, that is the actual arguments values we have to pass, that is called as actual arguments or actual parameter. It is called as argument terms. Okay, and in the definition part where the formal parameters we have to pass, that formal is called as the parameters, and arguments, actual arguments, and formal parameters. So some difference must be there. Great guys. Or simplified one, while definition, when we pass some arguments, that is called as a parameter actually, and in the function call when we pass actual values, that is called as a arguments. Hope you understand. Okay, just I will show you on the IDE. Here if we pass some value, suppose name, okay, and then we have to pass name Amol. Okay, so just give comment to other lines function call. So here Amol is the actual value passed to the function, then it is called as a what? So it is called as a argument. Okay, Amol is a argument. Here Amol is called as argument, while in the definition part name is a formal parameter, is called as a parameter. Understood the term parameter and arguments? I hope you understand. Let's move to the next point. Okay, so an argument is a value that is sent to the function when it is called. Yes, so let's check here. Name and age are actually called as a parameter, and when you call in the function, then it is called as a what? Yes, it is called as a arguments. Okay, hope you understand that. In Python, function must be called with the correct name of arguments, meaning that if your function expects 2 arguments from the user, then you have to call the function with the 2 arguments only, not more or less. Otherwise, it gives you an error, guys. Yes, we will see that part. For example, definition, function 1, name and age. So print my name is name, then print my age is age. Okay, great. In above function required how many arguments? Yes, 2 arguments. And if you pass only 1 argument, then what happened? Think on that. Yes, it gives you error. Okay, which type of error? Type error, that is data type error. Function 1 missing 1 required positional argument. Some positional argument is required. For example, age. If you pass only name, then it gives you error, that is type error. Function 1 missing 1 required positional argument, age. Okay, let's check whether it works properly on your PyCharm. So create new file, or I have to make changes into this same file. Okay, so definition of the function. What is your name of the function? Suppose function 1. This is the name of the function. How many arguments you have to pass? One is the name and second one is the age. In the definition part in Python, no need to write data type. Okay, all other languages, when you create the function and pass formal arguments where data type is required, but in Python data type is automatically chosen by your runtime environment, so don't need to write data type name here, name and age. Okay, great guys. So what you write? Print name is equal to name, then second line print age colon is equal to age. Great guys. Now what we want? We want to call this function 1 call. So what is the name? Suppose Amol. Great. What is the age? Suppose 36. Yes. So just this is called as function call and this is called as function definition, guys. Yes, now run the program. Okay, let's check what is the output. Name is equal to Amol, age is equal to 36. Yes guys, means 2 arguments are required and you have to pass 2, then it gives you correct output. So but my question is, if I want to pass only 1 argument Amol to the function 1, so what happens? Let's check. Is it work correctly? No guys, it gives you type error. Function 1 missing 1 required positional argument. So what is the rule? If function contains 2 arguments, you have to pass 2 actual arguments to the function while calling the function. Otherwise it gives you syntactical error. You can pass any type of, suppose 2 string. Yes, you can pass it. Okay, 2 string. Yes, we have to pass 2 string also. So run it. After running that, what happens? Yes, name is equal to Amol and age is equal to RRR. So you can pass string, float, integer, no problem, because that runtime environment automatically choose what is the data type of name and what is the data type of age. Great guys. So shall we move to the next point? Yes, we will move to the next point. What is the next point? Arbitrary arguments. That is *args in Python function. What is the meaning of that? Yes. Previous point we have studied, if function having two arguments, we must pass two arguments while calling that function. But by using star operator, what happens? If you do not know how many arguments we have to pass to a particular function, add star before the parameter name in the function definition. Okay, how? Yes, if you want to pass number of function friends name, but you don't know how many friends you have, 3 4 5, then definition name of the function gives star names as a arguments. Then you can print that all names using for n names method. Okay, so print n, where friend name, this is the function call. While function call, you can pass any number of arguments. It does not give any syntactical errors, so we can remove the previous functions drawbacks of arguments, number of arguments. Great guys, just see whether it works properly or not. So okay, so here in function we have to give star name. Okay, argument as a star name. That means we have to pass multiple argument to this function. Remove the body, and in the body what we have to do, for n in name print different names n. Okay, so this is the code. Now guys, in function 1 we have to pass n number of names, that is arguments, that is Amol, comma, then Suraj, then name of the my friend is suppose Kedar. Okay, so we have to pass 3 arguments to the function 1. Let's check it is works. Yes, name is the argument but having star, that is we have to pass multiple arguments. It is accepted, so just right click and run it. Yes guys, it gives you Amol, Suraj, Kedar in the print statement. Great. Yes, it works. Yes, it works. Now I just change the name, that is names colon, great, and plus. Okay, so just run it and check the output. What happens? Names, yeah, Amol, Suraj, Kedar. Yeah, great. But is it that you have to pass same data types arguments to a function? Is it the condition? No guys, you can pass any number of arguments. Okay, suppose I'm removing one Kedar. So what happens? It executes 2 arguments only. Yes, you can pass 2, 3, 4 n number of arguments. Just right click and run it. So what happens? Okay, so name Amol, Suraj. Okay, if you don't specify any arguments, then what happens? It gives syntactical error. Yes, check it. No guys, it does not give syntactical error. Means you can pass 0 number of arguments also to any number of arguments. Okay, second point, let's check whether you have to pass only string type, int type, or like this. No, suppose 11 comma 22 comma 33. Is it works? Let's check. Yeah, it gives a error. What is the error? Means we cannot pass integer to these multiple arguments. No guys, it is somewhat different error. What is the error? Error is in the print names plus n. Yeah, cannot concat string to string int. Yes guys, because these are the integer type, and while displaying we have to use plus operator. Remove that plus, instead of that you can use comma, and let's check whether it run or not. Yes, that means we can give integer, float, double, any, or mixture type, suppose, and 33.99. Let's check whether it works or not. Okay guys, that means you can pass any type of argument to the function 1. Great, it works. That is the beauty of Python. Yes guys, Python gives number of solution to your functions. So shall we move? Yes, great. So next point is a default parameter value in a function. What is default argument? Default argument is a parameter that is assumed as a default, or it is having some default value. If a value is not provided in the function call for that argument, then default value get automatically displayed or assigned. Okay, so just check definition. My function, you can give any, but one condition is there: default parameter is present at the right side only. Otherwise, from you left side you have to start, then it gives you error. Okay, let's check on the PyCharm ID. Okay, so next you can print x and y function call. Okay, great. So let's move on and write the code on the PyCharm ID. So I'm removing this code. Then definition, function myfunc, name of the function. In the name of the function, what are the arguments? X comma y. These are the two arguments. Give colon. After that, print value of x. X is equal to comma x. Okay. Then print the value of y. So y is equal to comma y. Great. Then call the function myfunc tab, and you can pass 10 comma 20. Okay, so it is regular function. Okay, great, it works. But I think that y value is always 21. No need to pass that. It is always 21. So just you can pass one argument, 10 to the x is assigned. Yes. Okay, it works. Is equal to 10 and y is equal to 21. Great guys, it works. That is, y is equal to 21 is a default parameter. But if you change the position, what happens? If x is equal to 21, that is from left side, and run it, what it gives you? It gives you syntax error. No default argument follows default argument. That means no default argument, non-default argument means y is a non-default argument followed by default argument, means otherwise it gives you error. That is the grammar of Python language. That means in other languages also similar way it works. Why? We will discuss it next lecture. But prior to that, my function x is equal to y21. Yeah, you can give any other. Suppose z is equal to 45. Is it works? Yes guys, it works. Just check, run it. X is equal to 10 and y is equal to 20. X is assigned to 10 and y and 21. Okay, but it is not used, that is, it is disable. So print that z also. Z is equal to what? Z. Okay, so it is now enabled. Yes, run it. So x is equal to 10, y is equal to 21 and z is equal to 25. Great, it is enabled now because you have to use this parameter into the body of function. But if you pass three values, then what happens? 10, 33 and 44, three values, then what happens? Default values get overridden by 33 and 44. So y is 33 and z is the 44 is displayed on your machine. Yes, always default arguments are override if you pass explicitly new values. Great guys, hope you understand the concept of default argument. If you have any problem, then let me know and write the query problem in comment box or chat window. Okay, so this is all about default argument. So this is last point in this lecture. If you so thank you all and have a nice day. So stop here.